everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kayla Cosmos and today I have an important question for you. What does the color green, trains, and history all have in common? They are all some of my favorite things. So when I learned about the Lan Pi Jieyou sightseeing train, I was an instant fangirl. It has vintage interior, green seats, and is probably one of the most unique experiences a train lover like I could have. And when I was invited to have this experience, I said an instant yes. So in today's video, I'm so excited to be sharing this train journey with you, but it won't just be that, we'll also be experiencing some other sights, food, and culture in southern Taiwan. So all aboard everybody, we are going on a trip. While I've solo traveled a lot in Taiwan, this was my first ever guided tour. Our first stop was somewhere I'd probably never think to visit, the giant grouper fisheries in Fangliao. Taiwan's grouper production is one of the highest in the world, and while the area appears abundant, it wasn't always like this. This is the first location where they genetically modified the grouper fish in order to produce more eggs, and then they would sell them for a lot of money to other people who wanted to also have fish farms. So when it comes to the boat that we saw earlier, that is what they actually had to use to go out to the ocean to get more fish to bring them back in order to produce more fish, because before they genetically modified them and were able to get enough eggs, there weren't enough fish to raise, but genetically modifying the fish to get more eggs was the solution. And just like the people who have an appetite for groupers, the groupers have quite an appetite themselves. As you can see, these are pretty big, so I guess these grouper fish are going to be pretty big. So it's actually really hard to see the fish, but when you throw the fish in, all of a sudden they just disappear. Like the grouper fish is like a menace, and it's just like, and then it's gone. So pretty intense to watch. I will continue to say that this video is full of more firsts than I thought, including trying abalone as well as trying eel for the first time, and that is falling apart everywhere, so I might as well just go for it. Wow, I didn't expect it to be so smooth. The flavor is amazing. Just,
do you know what you're eating?
Is it eel? Yeah, I'm surprised.
I mean, did you just go for it in one bite?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Oh, I didn't think I'd like it, but it's good.
I don't feel bougie enough to be eating this, but we're gonna just give it a shot. It's really good too. Oh my gosh. Look at the inside of it. It's so pretty. Right now we are at Duoliang, which is a strip along the east coast, which is supposedly the most beautiful, and there are so many people here waiting to see the train go by, and I'm super excited for it. I also made a new friend here. This is Tristan. 大家好，大家好，我是蔡彩灿. Are you excited to see the train go by?
Yeah, actually, the more people gather around, the more excited I get, because it seems to be quite the event, doesn't it?
Today has been an absolute blast. Oh my goodness, I had so many first experiences, such as feeding the groupers and trying that amazing seafood in Fangliao. And I cannot emphasize enough how beautiful this hotel room is. It's got a balcony, it's got a nice bathroom. I'm gonna put the name of it right here if you're interested in knowing more about this place and staying here. The beds look super comfy and I'm really excited to like finally rest my head for the night. So we've come here today to do something very specific, but we haven't even made it fully into the entrance because there's just goats and dogs, and it is bringing us all so much joy. In southern Taiwan, indigenous culture is quite prominent, and today we got to experience it through basket making with the betel nut leaves. Okay, so this morning we came to the Dawana, and as the presenter was explaining to us, Dawana is like a place where you come, you work, you can enjoy, and their goal is to really live off of the land, primarily using fire and wood to support life. And while most people in Taiwan know betel nut for being chewed on, you can also use it for many other things, such as making baskets like this. So what they do is they take the leaf and they boil it and then they let it out to dry. Let's try doing this. I watched the demonstration. I have this for my reference and I'm gonna try my best. All right, so I kept stabbing it and then it started to rip down the sides. I have a new one. This is where I'm at. I think I give up because my hands hurt and I'm not very good at it. Tristan has come to save the day for me and resurrect my sad basket. So all around Taiwan you'll see like little betel nut stands everywhere, and this is probably the only chance I'm gonna have to do it because I don't see myself stopping at a betel nut stand anytime soon. Oh. It's kind of overwhelming. It's not like terrible, but it's just too much. After learning I wasn't destined to become a basket maker, I needed some delicious snacks to cheer me up, and Chengsi was the perfect place. The Taitung-based souvenir shop sells loads of goodies and even hooked us up with a gift bag of their top sellers. After trying my first egg roll with condensed milk, which is genius by the way, I was ready for the experience we had been waiting for. Alright everybody, we have finally made it to the Lan Pi Jieyou train. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful and like this really deep, rich, pretty blue color. So what is it about this train? I mean, as you saw in our video from yesterday that I took, people were lining up to see this train go by. And it's because they actually decommissioned it, I believe, in 2020. And people were frankly a little bit upset because it is the oldest passenger train in Taiwan, and for so many people it really meant something. And pretty soon we're going to be able to go and check out the inside, and we're going to be able to take it from Taitung across the coast over to Fangliao station. The Lan Pi Jieyou train is a step into the past. With its vintage green seats, it's a beloved memory for many people in Taiwan. Aside from its calming green interior, another thing that makes it truly unique is its windows. You see, this train has no air conditioner, but is cooled off by electrical fans and nature's breeze. So the train ride has began, and I can't shoot anything while the train is going because it is so loud. It's like very meditative,
With the green interior, it's especially calming, and the sights are just insane. You can see the ocean on one side, mountains on the other side, and there's like 2 different kinds of room. There's like the seated area, and then there's also another area where people would just stand.
Tunnel after tunnel, view after view, the Lan Pi Jieyou was an experience of all my favorite things. Do you remember? The color green, travel by train, and history. And I guess now that I think about it, the ocean too.
All right, y'all, so this entire trip has been so amazing, and I'm so glad that I got to put the cherry on top with this amazing train experience. You can check out Lion Travel, as they offer so many different packages of train experiences along with other local cultural and culinary experiences that you can have in southern Taiwan. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and come and check out what there is to do, especially in southern Taiwan as the winter comes in. This is what you can experience if you decide to do this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.